Fasten your seatbelts, F1 fanatics. We're going full throttle in Vegas, baby. Hold on to your helmets because we're about to break through the speed limit of excitement and race into the heart of the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas. As Formula One fever engulfs the globe, get ready for a seismic shift because the Sin City Strip is transforming into the fastest track of the season. What happens when you mix the raw horsepower of F1 beasts with the intoxicating allure of Las Vegas? You get a cocktail of adrenaline, luxury, and unadulterated thrills that'll leave you gasping for more. We're not just talking about a race, we're talking about an epic, history-making spectacle where the Strip's neon lights won't be the only thing illuminating the Nevada desert. Engines will roar, tyres will screech, and records will be shattered. So don't even think about hitting that pause button. Subscribe now and gear up for the ultimate fusion of F1 action and Vegas glamour as we give you the insider's track to the Las Vegas Grand Prix 2023. Trust us, you won't want to miss a millisecond of this high-octane fiesta. Let's hit the gas and unleash the Vegas adventure. This is going to be a race like no other, and it's one for the history books, folks. Ready, set, Viva F1 Vegas, baby! The allure of Las Vegas is known all over the world, and when the sun goes down, the entire strip comes alive in dazzling lights and electric energy. From the world's best nightclubs to the mega casinos and iconic hotels, all featured in some of the most memorable movies and music videos. Las Vegas is truly a city that never sleeps. Interestingly, whilst Vegas has traditionally been known for its entertainment value and assortment of things like mega nightclubs and casinos, the city has recently rebranded into a sports hub. It's already had WNBA and NHL teams, and it recently got an NFL boost when the Raiders moved there in 2019. Including sports such as WWE, UFC and boxing all have strong presences in Vegas. And now the city is adding a Formula One presence to help boost its resume even stronger. So how did this all come to fruition? Well, in the fall of 2019, Chloe Target Adams and Emily Prazer took a trip down the famous Las Vegas Strip. Both women worked as race promoters for Formula One, and as they took in the sights and sounds of the city, an idea came to mind. Why not bring Formula One to the Strip? Now, to be fair, the idea wasn't necessarily new. In fact, F1 races had been organised around the parking lot of Caesar's Palace back in the 80s. However, while many parties had been interested in the prospect of a race in Vegas, the FIA was never particularly fond of the idea. Instead, the agency was more focused on Miami and the launch of a Grand Prix there. Eventually, though, things started to change. In 2020, following the coronavirus pandemic, the idea of launching a Grand Prix in Vegas started to take a foothold once more. It was just impossible to deny the allure of Las Vegas, and with an eye for opportunity, the FIA set out to make this possibility a faint reality. Speaking with The Athletic, Prazer, who now works as the Chief Commercial Officer for the Vegas Grand Prix, explained, "It was a complete pipe dream because so many had tried and failed, but you're standing outside the Bellagio fountains and you're just thinking, imagine Formula One cars going past. It's insane." Just like that, the idea was greenlit. The Las Vegas Grand Prix would be the third race to be held in the United States after the Texas Grand Prix and the Miami Grand Prix before it. Still, there was a bit of an issue. The idea for a Vegas race was only pushed in 2021, and at that time, the US hadn't yet lifted its travel restrictions. Eventually though, things moved over, and the US market was finally ready to accept a Formula One race. By the middle of 2022, Formula One confirmed with a promotional video that it was bringing a Grand Prix to the Las Vegas desert.
It's time for Formula One.
Here we go then, and what an amazing sight it looks.
Listen to that roar!
This is such an amazing atmosphere.
Never want to miss it.
The Las Vegas Grand Prix will be held on November the 18th, 2023. It will mark the first time in 40 years that any F1 race will be held on the Strip and will also align perfectly with the F1 calendar. There's also a 10-year deal in place already, so F1 will be a hit in Vegas for the next decade. But what really makes the Vegas Grand Prix different? Well, for one, the schedules aren't the same. Regular Grand Prix schedules run from Thursday to Sunday, with the race being on the last day. For Vegas, however, action will take place from Wednesday to Saturday. The organisers want to run the race on the Saturday night, primetime TV in the United States. With the background of the Vegas Strip and all the iconic locations, we are in for some truly incredible images and video highlights when the race finally comes around. Cars on the Vegas GP will race right down the iconic Las Vegas Strip. Unlike most tracks, the race here, like Monaco or Singapore, will be run on city roads. Of course, it is worth noting that many of these roads have been repaved already. City authorities have had to dig as low as 10 inches to resurface the entire road and add a final track layer. The complete work to prepare the streets for the race is expected to be finished by middle of October, after which time final preparations for the race can commence. Another cool fact is that the racetrack will take drivers past the brand new Las Vegas Sphere. The Sphere is one of the most impressive projects in Las Vegas. The structure is located behind the Venetian Resort and is a spherical state-of-the-art music and entertainment arena. It houses about 18,500 seats, and with a staggering cost of $2.3 billion, it is the most expensive entertainment venue in the history of Vegas. Given the city's penchant for excesses, that is a pretty massive feat. From the Sphere, the cars will head back to the Sands Avenue, zip past the Wynn Casino, and onto Vegas Boulevard again. From the Strip, the cars will take a sharp turn just after the Cosmopolitan Hotel and head to the paddock along East Harmon Avenue, take a left turn, and head back to the start-finish line. The race will span about 3.8 miles with 50 laps, 3 straights and 17 turns. With top speeds expected to reach about 340 kilometers an hour, this will make Vegas the fastest track of the season. Leave it to Vegas to go over the top. We've come a long way from races being held around the Caesars Palace parking lot, don't you think? Many have called the Vegas Grand Prix the Monaco of the US, and it's easy to see why. For starters, there will be a ton of bright lights, glitz and glamour. CEOs, celebrities and much of the world's elite will all be in attendance for the inaugural race. To add to all the commotion, they're going to completely close down the Las Vegas Strip. Road closures will begin by 5 p.m. and the entire shutdown will happen by 7 p.m. When it's all said and done, the track will be reopened around 2 a.m. in the morning. The idea of closing the Strip isn't new. They do this every year for New Year's Eve and also recently closed part of the Strip for the Vegas Golden Knights Stanley Cup Champions Parade. But this doesn't necessarily mean it'll be easy to work around. Las Vegas Boulevard is one of the busiest and most famous streets in all of the United States. And as you can imagine, it's going to be nuts. The Vegas Grand Prix will join the Miami Grand Prix in being a closed road race. Miami's is held on the roads around the Hard Rock Stadium, allowing more people to soak in the racing action and enjoy the sights. The Texas Grand Prix, held at the Circuit of Americas, is the only one in the country to be held on an actual racetrack. So, what will it be like to attend the opening race? Well, in one word, expensive. The final round of tickets are already on sale, and they come with quite the price tag. You get to shell out about $500 for general admission tickets, although by the time you're listening to this, those are already sold out. That's the same price for general admission for the US Grand Prix in Austin, Texas. Grandstand seats come at different prices, although the cheapest tickets, which are $1,500, have already completely sold out too. Moving on, you've got 3 separate hospitality experiences. Club Paris, $5,500 plus fees, Club SI, $7,000 plus fees, and Heineken House, which costs $8,000 plus. Then, if you're looking to enjoy hotel packages, be ready to shell out 5 figures. For instance, the Bellagio Fountain Club will set you back $11,247 for just 3 days. Crazily enough, this doesn't include any ticket entry. It just covers good food, drinks, and accommodation for 3 nights. Don't get me wrong, the hospitality perks are definitely considerable, but still, this is quite a pretty penny. The FIA expects around 105,000 people per day for the event, so Vegas should be ready to rake it in. Of course, the Saturday race day will be the big attraction, and as you can imagine, no one will be leaving anything on the table. Organisers are set to put on a stellar show, with several A-listers including J Balvin, Mark Ronson and Major Lazer all set to perform. So, you can expect a rowdy and exciting environment. Now, you can't say for sure whether this is how it's going to be every year when Formula 1 comes to Vegas, but considering that this is the inaugural race, you can imagine that the organisers aren't leaving any stone unturned. Las Vegas certainly does know how to throw a party. And there you have it. Are you revved up yet? The countdown to the most sensational event on the F1 calendar has begun. And it's not just about who crosses the finish line first. It's about being part of a groundbreaking moment in motorsport and entertainment history. With celebrities, fans and racing legends converging on the dazzling strip, one thing is certain, Las Vegas is throwing the ultimate F1 party, and you are on the VIP list. So whether you're sipping champagne in Club Paris, jamming with A-listers like J Balvin and Major Lazer, or biting your nails as drivers hit mind-blowing speeds on the track, you'll be in the epicenter of thrills that only Vegas can deliver. Can the Las Vegas Grand Prix rival the legends of Monza and Monaco? Will the neon lights of Vegas shine even brighter under the roaring engines of F1? We can't wait to find out, and we bet you can't either. Now don't forget to drop us a like if you're as pumped as we are, and leave your burning thoughts and hot predictions in the comments below. Subscribe now so you don't miss a heartbeat of the upcoming F1 action. Until next time, this is F1 Racing Now, your ultimate pit stop for everything Formula 1. Remember, in racing as in life, never settle for second gear. And that's a wrap, race fans. Viva F1 Vegas!